Gunther versus Brock Lesnar confirmed for Mania. The best and worst of WWE Raw. Triple H blew his chances to make things right on Raw. A massive update on Chris Jericho after he missed Raw. Chris Jericho Easter eggs you probably missed on Raw. Why Becky Lynch dethroned Maxine Dri. Why Rhea Ripley and Sky won the Women's Tag Team Championships. CM Punk drops the World Heavyweight title on the Raw. Let's dive right in. The best and worst of WWE Raw. This week's episode of Raw kicked off WWE's run in 2026 and was anything but a normal show. It featured a special anniversary episode on Netflix, tied in with the popular series Stranger Things, which created major excitement among fans. By the end of the night, Triple H proved he could meet that hype with a strong and memorable event. The show included several important moments that are already shaping WWE's future. Raw was headlined by a standout World Heavyweight Championship match between CM Punk and rising star Braun Breaker. Becky Lynch also made headlines by capturing the Women's Intercontinental Championship after defeating Maxine Dupri in a thrilling match. With big wins and exciting moments, this episode of Raw left fans more energized than ever heading into 2026. Number 1, the best. Kicking off AJ Styles versus Gunther. AJ Styles and Gunther came face to face on Raw this week in a strong and intense segment. It served as a great continuation of their heated encounter from a few weeks ago in the parking lot, with many fans believing that 2026 could be the final year of AJ Styles' career. Opening the year's first Raw with a moment involving WWE's most dominant villain was a smart move by Triple H. WWE has also officially announced that AJ Styles and Gunther will meet in a one-on-one match next week on Monday Night Raw in Germany. Fans wanted to see these two clash for a long time, and the tense exchange of words on Raw only added more fuel to the anticipation. That segment alone was enough to get fans excited for their upcoming showdown in Europe. Number 2, the worst. No mention of Dominic Mysterio in the Intercontinental Championship. Dominic Mysterio won the Intercontinental Championship from John Cena at Survivor Series War Games over a month ago. He hasn't defended it yet. Last week, commentary revealed that he would be out indefinitely, but there was no update on what would happen to the title if Dominic is sidelined for an unknown period. Many feel the championship should at least be vacated so it can stay active on Raw. This week, nothing was mentioned about his injury or the Intercontinental title, making it feel like an afterthought. Number 3, the best. Becky Lynch becoming the new Women's Intercontinental Champion. Becky Lynch defeated Maxine Dupri to win the Women's Intercontinental Championship in an exciting match. While Maxine was a solid babyface champion, WWE needed a bigger star to carry the title on the road to WrestleMania 42, making Triple H's decision to put the belt on Becky a smart one. The match's ending was handled well and didn't hurt Maxine's credibility. Her short title run and feud with Becky actually boosted her popularity. Now, she can move into a new rivalry before returning to the mid-card title picture. At the same time, big-time Bex can fully embrace her heel role and help build other stars along the way. Number 4, the worst. Having the Usos preempt Stephanie Vaquer on Raw. Stephanie Vaquer was seen walking backstage about halfway through Raw, wearing a walking boot as she headed toward the ring. After a commercial break, the Usos came out to deliver a dull promo from the crowd before Veer's segment. They went through all their usual catchphrases, claiming they're the best team in the world. Veer's segment followed immediately after, giving fans 2 promo segments in a row. The Usos promo would have worked better between matches or not at all, as it disrupted the flow of Vaquer's segment, which had more important content. If the goal was to build anticipation, it failed to do so. Number 5, the best good showing to Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan went one-on-one with Lyra Valkyria on Raw this week and put on a strong performance on the first Raw of 2026. This was her first live TV match since suffering a shoulder injury in June 2025, making fans eager to see her back in action. Morgan dominated the match and secured a clear victory over the Bird Lady. That win gives her strong momentum heading into Royal Rumble 2026 in Saudi Arabia. Many see the former Women's World Champion as one of the top contenders to win this year's Women's Royal Rumble. And if that happens, Triple H did a great job highlighting Liv Morgan on such a major episode of Raw. Number 6, the worst. Still recycling the same challengers. WWE's booking for the women's titles feels stuck right now. Raquel Rodriguez appears to be the only one showing real interest in the women's world title, but she's already lost twice. Ivy Nile is in a similar spot, having lost both Lyra Valkyria and Maxine Dupri while they were champions. Nyla seems to have no real purpose and doesn't come across as a main roster star. Even with Becky Lynch back as Women's Intercontinental Champion, WWE needs to start fresh feuds for both titles to keep the storylines exciting and meaningful. Number 7, the best. Rhea Ripley and Sky taking over as the new champion. Rhea Ripley and Sky finally got their long-awaited Women's Tag Team Championship match against the Kabuki Warriors on Raw this Monday. The match opened the show and set an exciting tone for the rest of the night. While the action was strong, the biggest moment was Ripley and Sky winning the women's tag title. Fans have loved seeing the 2 former women's world champions team up, and they've been standout babyfaces on Raw for some time. Giving them the titles ahead of the road to WrestleMania was a smart move. Their star power can raise the profile of the division and get fans excited about the women's tag team scene. Number 8, the worst. The Judgment Day really isn't on the same page. Before Raw officially started, several stars were seen arriving for the show. The Judgment Day came out as a group, but only the women had segments. Raquel Rodriguez attacked Vacker on her own, showing her frustration after failing to win the title last week. Later, Roxanne Perez appeared during Liv Morgan's match against Vacker. It felt strange that they acted like nothing had happened, especially since all of them had previously claimed they wanted to win championship gold. Number 9. The best CM Punk retaining the World Heavyweight Championship on WWE Raw. CM Punk defeated Braun Breaker to retain his World Heavyweight Championship in an exciting main event. It's been 2 months since Punk won the title, but WWE hadn't done anything particularly memorable with his reign until now. His clash with Breaker has sparked plenty of online buzz, something WWE needs heading into the Royal Rumble. The match also helped establish Breaker as a real threat to the World Heavyweight Championship. Triple H delivered a near-perfect match while leaving the door open for a possible rematch in the future. Many fans believe Breaker should win the title on a big stage like WrestleMania, so Punk's win was the right decision for now. Number 10. The worst, one of the most predictable title changes ever. If you've been following the WWE Women's Tag Team division recently, it's clear that Asuka and Kairi Sane haven't felt like true champions. Kabuki Warriors lost almost every match as champions, mostly to build up challengers. They fell to Lash Legend and Nia Jax, as well as to Rhea Ripley and Sky in multiple matches. The repeated losses were supposed to make fans think the Kabuki Warriors might still win at the title match, but that didn't happen. Ripley and Sky predictably defeated Asuka and Sane for the titles. WWE should have just given the championships to Ripley and Sky instead of prolonging it and making the Kabuki Warriors look competitive. A different outcome at least could have made all the build-up feel worthwhile. Triple H blew his chances to make things right on Raw. The first episode of WWE Raw in 2026 closed with the World Heavyweight Championship main event, where CM Punk retained his title against Braun Breaker in a hard-fought match that included several interferences. In the weeks leading up to the match, Breaker showed big improvements on the mic, going toe-to-toe with Punk and delivering strong, convincing promos. Despite Breaker's momentum, WWE Chief Content Officer Triple H chose to have Punk keep the championship. While fans were happy with the result, thanks to Punk's popularity as one of WWE's top babyfaces, it raises questions about the company's long-term booking. WWE has been criticized for putting trust mostly in older wrestlers. In fact, there hasn't been a world champion under 30 in the last decade. Breaker seemed like the most likely candidate to break that streak, but his shot at a first world title will have to wait. Even with interference from Rey Mysterio, Penta, and Dragon Lee, the finish was fairly clean. Punk hit the GTS and pinned Breaker without much else, leaving Breaker looking convincingly defeated and casting doubt on his chances for another title opportunity soon. Triple H could have booked a shocking finish by having Breaker win the championship, which would have sent shockwaves across WWE and instantly captured fan attention. While Punk retaining isn't a bad choice given his popularity, the straightforward finish made the main event feel underwhelming. Overall, it seemed like a missed chance for a dramatic twist to kick off the year. A massive update on Chris Jericho after he missed Raw. Heading into this week's WWE Raw, fans were buzzing over the rumored return of former AEW champion Chris Jericho, who many expected to appear at the MSG show. However, Jericho did not show up, and PW Insider later reported that he was never actually scheduled to appear. In recent weeks, speculation about Jericho returning to WWE has been intense after 6 years in AEW. Hype grew even more before Raw when Adam Pearce dropped what seemed like a Jericho reference, causing the MSG crowd to chant Y2J multiple times in anticipation. Despite all the excitement, Jericho remained absent, and Pearce's comment was later clarified to be about Stranger Things. There's still uncertainty about how WWE will present Jericho on screen. Jonathan Coachman believed the company shouldn't book him as an in-ring wrestler, saying that a performer of Jericho's caliber can shine in a non-wrestling role if given strong creative support. According to Coachman, he can't come in and wrestle at all. He doesn't need to. You just need to put him in the right role with good creative. That's all he needs. With the Royal Rumble at the end of the month, there's a strong chance Jericho could be reintroduced in the men's Rumble match. However, one possible hurdle is that he is reportedly still on AEW's internal roster, meaning his contract might not be up yet. Chris Jericho Easter eggs you probably missed on Raw. Despite all the hype, Chris Jericho did not make his return to WWE Raw this week. Fans were hoping to see him appear at the very end of the show, but it closed with CM Punk celebrating his win over Braun Breaker. Still, there were several subtle Easter eggs referencing Jericho that many viewers may have missed. During the main event, Corey Graves mentioned the learning tree while talking about Paul Heyman's past with the Second City Saints. He said the best in the world was part of Heyman's learning tree. For those who don't know, the learning tree was a faction in AEW, led by Jericho along with Big Bill and Brian Keith, and they also appeared in Ring of Honor. This reference was clearly a nod to Jericho rather than a random comment. Another Easter egg happened during Liv Morgan's match against Lyra Valkyria. The crowd chanted Y2J in reference to Jericho, and Morgan responded with DX-style chops while mocking the audience. Her actions got a big reaction and seemed like another subtle nod to Jericho. In the opening match, Kairi Sane hit the walls of Jericho on Sky, one of Jericho's most famous moves, which is a variation of the Boston Crab submission. Even Asuka used her code breaker, and while this is a move she uses regularly, given the current Jericho rumors, also seems like a small Easter egg. Overall, WWE appears to be dropping hints and subtle references to generate excitement and keep fans talking about Chris Jericho's eventual return. The first episode of Raw in 2026 included multiple nods to Jericho, even though he did not appear on screen. Why Becky Lynch dethroned Maxine DRI. Raw delivered a major surprise when Becky Lynch defeated Maxine Dupree to reclaim the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Using her sharp in-ring instincts, the Irish star outsmarted Dupree to capture the title. becoming a two-time women's IC champion. Let's break down why WWE made this title change on the first episode of Raw in 2026. One key reason could be Maxine Dupri's lack of direction as champion. After dethroning Becky Lynch a few weeks ago, Dupri hasn't had a strong, ongoing feud aside from matches against Lynch. This suggests that WWE didn't have long-term plans for her as champion, which may have prompted the decision to put the title back on Becky. Dupri's previous would seem more about elevating her status as a rising star in the women's division rather than establishing a lasting championship reign. Now that Dupri has proven herself, WWE returned the title to a proven main event star. Another reason for the switch could be WWE's intent to set up a future feud between Becky Lynch and AJ Lee for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Since AJ's return, she and Lynch have yet to settle their differences in a singles feud. With Lynch holding the title, Triple H-led creative can now book a compelling championship rivalry between the two. Looking ahead, WWE's next major event is the Royal Rumble 2026, streaming live from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. It's likely that AJ Lee will make her comeback in the coming weeks and challenge Becky for the women's IC title, potentially leading to an official match at the Royal Rumble or even WrestleMania 42. Overall, the title change on Monday Night Raw served multiple purposes: return the belt to a top star, giving Maxine a short but meaningful reign, and setting the stage for an exciting Lynch versus Lee feud heading into WWE's big event. Why Rhea Ripley and Sky won the Women's Tag Team Championships. The first episode of WWE Raw in 2026 kicked off with a Women's Tag Team Championship match, as the Kabuki Warriors defended their titles against Rhea Ripley and Sky. The match concluded with Ripley and Sky pinning Asuka, crowning them the new Women's Tag Team Champions on a red brand. One of the main reasons for this title change could be that WWE currently has no major singles plans for Ripley and Sky. By giving them the tag team gold, Triple H's creative team now has an easy way to keep both stars in prominent positions leading up to WrestleMania 42 and the Royal Rumble 2026 at the end of the month. Fans have also been anticipating Ripley's heel turn for months, which hasn't happened yet. Winning the tag titles could help set the stage for that development. If Ripley and Sky lose the titles in the coming weeks, Ripley may turn on Sky out of frustration, setting up a potential WrestleMania clash where Ripley plays a villain and Sky remains a fan-favorite babyface. Since this was the first Raw of the year, WWE traditionally uses the episode to deliver surprises and unexpected title changes. Putting the belts on Ripley and Sky created a memorable opener that energized the crowd and built excitement for the rest of the show. Beyond the immediate shock factor, this decision also gives WWE creative flexibility to elevate the women's tag team division, create new storylines, and further develop the characters of both Ripley and Sky. With the titles now in their hands, the coming weeks will be crucial in shaping the future of the division and setting the tone for major upcoming events. It will be exciting to see how WWE builds on this moment and what challenges Ripley and Sky will face as the new champions. CM Punk drops the World Heavyweight title on Raw. CM Punk successfully retained the World Heavyweight Championship in the main event of Raw's first anniversary show on Netflix, but he added a funny twist right after the match. He literally dropped the title. For those unfamiliar, dropping the title in wrestling usually means a wrestler loses their championship, but in this case, it was just a comedic moment. In the match, Punk went to war with a determined Braun Breaker, who once again proved why many call him a future world champion and a potential main eventer at WrestleMania. Despite Breaker's frustrations about being labeled a future star, the present belongs to Punk, who showed why he's still at the top of WWE. After the victory, Punk's literal dropping of the belt was a light-hearted moment, but he remains a World Heavyweight Champion, officially kicking off the road to the Royal Rumble. While WWE hasn't revealed specific Rumble matches yet, the addition of Saturday night's main event just before the Rumble suggests that the Saudi Arabia pay-per-view will likely feature only 4 matches, including both the men's and women's Royal Rumble. With his feud against Braun Breaker seemingly concluded, all eyes are now on Punk and what lies ahead. The best in the world proved tonight that he can go toe-to-toe with one of wrestling's hottest young stars, and it's clear he could be WrestleMania bound with the World Heavyweight Championship still around his waist. Gunther versus Brock Lesnar confined for Mania. WWE kicked off 2026 in spectacular fashion with an exciting episode of Raw, setting the stage for the rest of the year and the upcoming Royal Rumble, which will officially begin the road to WrestleMania 42. This year, WrestleMania returns to Las Vegas, promising one of the biggest wrestling weekends in history, and this week's Raw offered a glimpse of what fans might expect from the show's shows. The episode featured a thrilling World Heavyweight Championship main event, where CM Punk faced off against Braun Breaker. On top of that, both the Women's Intercontinental Championship and Women's Tag Team Championships changed hands, giving fans multiple big moments to remember. In other storylines, Gunther faced AJ Styles on Raw, with the two now scheduled to clash again next week during the Germany episode. Earlier speculation had Styles possibly challenging Gunther at WrestleMania 42, but that no longer seems likely. Instead, it appears Gunther may face a bigger star on the grandest stage of them all. Rumors point to Brock Lesnar. Fans have been eagerly anticipating the clash with the ring general since his return at SummerSlam. WWE seems poised to save that matchup for WrestleMania 42, making Lesnar the most likely opponent for Gunther at the event. Meanwhile, Becky Lynch reclaimed the Women's Intercontinental Championship by defeating Maxine Dupri, giving her another major storyline heading into the year. year. With title changes, top star rivalries, and hints of future WrestleMania showdowns, WWE's first Raw of 2026 has set an exciting tone for the months ahead. The man Becky Lynch has long been rumored to challenge AJ Lee at WrestleMania 42, and with her recent win over Maxine Dupree on Raw, it's now very clear that Lynch is set to face the Black Widow for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. At the grandest stage of them all, WWE has been building this rivalry for a long time, which makes it likely that the company is saving the payoff for a major event. AJ Lee has also hinted that she wants another shot at the Intercontinental title, further suggesting that a Lynch versus Lee matchup at WrestleMania is all but certain. Meanwhile, Liv Morgan appears to be the front-runner to win this year's Women's Royal Rumble. She defeated Lyra Valkyria on Raw, boosting her momentum heading into the 30-woman Rumble match. This victory positions her as a strong contender for the top of the women's division as the road to WrestleMania continues. In the tag team division, Rhea Ripley and Sky captured the Women's Tag Team Championship, making it likely that they will remain focused on tag competition in the weeks leading to WrestleMania. At the same time, Stephanie Vacker is expected to be out for a while due to a foot injury, leaving space for other female stars to rise. All of this points toward a major push for Liv Morgan on the red brand, potentially positioning her to claim the Women's World Championship at WrestleMania 42. With Lynch and Lee set for a big Intercontinental title clash, Ripley and Sky busy with tag gold and Morgan on the rise, the women's division is shaping up for an exciting road to WWE's biggest event of the year. Braun Breaker challenged CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship, but came up short in a hard-fought contest. The 28-year-old star delivered an impressive performance and was dangerously close to claiming the title, but Punk, the best in the world, ultimately retained. Despite the loss, WWE has subtly signaled that Breaker's first World Heavyweight Championship win is coming soon. Many fans expect that his debut world title victory will take place on a major stage like WrestleMania 42. By not having him win on the first Raw of 2026, WWE seems to be building a bigger story around him, setting the young star up for a monumental moment. The company clearly views Breaker as a future face of WWE, and capturing his first world title at WrestleMania would mark the beginning of a legendary career trajectory, solidifying his place among the top stars in promotion for years to come.